I'm Big Will Evanson, and it's time to talk sports. Palisade Baseball truly had a spectacular season this year. Regional championship and a trip to the second weekend at States for the first time in more than half a century. But the way it ended in a hard-fought loss has the Bulldogs more motivated than ever.
Swing and a miss for strike three, and that's going to do it. The Cheyenne Mountain Red-Tailed Hawks will be moving on, and wow, what a fantastic game.
That loss really does hurt because you start like January and you just work your butt off for 3-4 months, and just ending on a loss like that, it just hurts everybody, whether you're a senior that's leaving and you won't be here next year down to a freshman who still has 3 more years. It just hurts and really motivates us to work harder. They obviously worked harder than we did. Something about that just doesn't settle right with me, so that's just really going to push me that somebody else's team worked harder than we did.
I've been thinking about it a lot lately. I was like, the smallest little things made us lose, like a little bunt or something small we can always work on. So getting really good at the small things eventually lead into the big things, and that'll help us win a state championship next year.
The Palisade Bulldogs have nothing to be sad about. After falling in the regional 2 years ago, Palisade worked harder in the offseason to make states last year. But after falling in the Final 8 a year ago, once again the Dogs worked harder in the offseason. And this year, they accomplished something Palisade had not done in 56 years, a trip to the state Final Four. It's the next evolution in growth for this squad. It has those returning 6 of them starters hungrier than ever to take that final leap.
They tasted it, but they want to really taste it next year. They want to get to that final game. We had some legitimate players on the bench. I mean, we had some good sophomores that were on the bench, and that could have been starting in some other places. And so I'm really excited about next year. I mean, we have 22 freshman kids coming out this year. I think a lot of kids realize how big and strong some of those Eastern Slope teams are. And so some of our kids need to take getting in the weight room serious. And I think the more competitive a program is, the more competitive they're going to be amongst themselves. And then you go over there and you see, Cheyenne Mountain's got a couple guys that are pushing 2 bills that are solid and stocky. That's what motivates these guys, is seeing what it's like on the other side. They're quicker, they're stronger, they're faster. These guys just played good baseball, and that's how we competed. But I think to get to the next phase of, like, every year we want to be in that Final Four, I think these guys need to put on some weight. They need to get in the weight room, take it serious, take their diet serious, take their speed serious. And I think we're seeing that.
Well, the work has already begun for the Palisade Bulldogs as they now have their sights set on a state title next season. But that's all my time for sports. I'm Big Will Evanson.